Good afternoon, everybody. This is Terry Levin from Awesome Dynamic. Welcome to the Awesome Dynamic Show. It is our weekly free webinar where we like to discuss issues involving our website, search engine optimization, and just your overall presence online. And our goal here is to inform you and answer a bunch of questions that you may have about how to improve your own presence. So I want to start off by introducing everybody who's here with me again. I'm Terry Levin, the Director of Sales at Awesome Dynamic, coming to you from Vernon Hills, Illinois. Let's go down to South America and talk to Blake.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Blake Tintori. I assist Robin on the SEO side, and I also assist everyone else on the Amazon side. Coming to you from Buenos Aires, Argentina. I'm happy to be here. And over to you, Robin.
Hi, I'm Robin. I do the SEO, it's search engine optimization, and I help you get ranked #1 on Google and at least improve your position that you are in right now. And here's Paul.
Hi, this is Paul DeWarian coming to you from Fort Myers, Florida, where it is 92 degrees and sunny today. I'm going to be monitoring the Awesome Dynamic Facebook page, so if you have any comments, you can tell us about them there. We want to answer your questions on how to improve your online presence, so please tell us about those. There's also the ability to ask questions through the interface here, so we definitely want to help you guys out. And back to Terry.
All right, so don't be bashful. Thanks, Paul. If you have any questions, feel free to put them up there. We'd love to address them for you as we move along. So we want to start out, as we always like to do, and talk about the things that we do here at Awesome Dynamic, take a look at our homepage, and sort of run you through some things. So the bottom line on what we do here at Awesome Dynamic is that we look to get you new targeted customers. And we are doing that in several different ways. We start off by doing responsive websites. So we will get your website up and get it to be responsive, which means it'll look good on a big monitor, it'll look good on a laptop, it'll look good on a tablet, and it'll also look great on any kind of a smartphone. And just so you know, about 60% or more of all searches are now on one of those mobile devices, so very important that your website is responsive. Next, once we have a great website for you, we want to make sure people are finding you. That's where the search engine optimization comes into play. We are going to direct people that are looking for specifically what you offer, whether it's product or service, to make sure they're finding you and getting to you and converting your leads into customers. We are also Amazon consultants for sellers. We have many different programs where we can help you with either full service or some consulting packages to get your products on Amazon, make sure your listings are optimized, and that you are getting the best results and translating that into a lot of dollars. Lastly, but not least, we do Google Street View virtual tours. We are a Google partner, so we are able to do those for you. It gives your business a great preview online. People can see your business and walk through and take a look at it through your website without having to go to your place of business. Also gives you a great advantage in the world of SEO. If your competition doesn't have one and you do, it's going to really help you that way. So those are some of the ways that we get you new targeted customers. When you come to our website, you can also see our awesome list, which was where you can be put on our mailing list to make sure you're up to date on everything that's going on. We also have a place on here where we can have you give us a great 5-star Google review. Should you love the information you get from us today, we always would appreciate one of those reviews, and we're going to talk at some point today about why those are so important and why we value them so much. And lastly, when we do have upcoming events, there's also a tab on our page that'll say where those are. Our next ones are coming up later in the summer, so right now I don't know those are up there. And I do want to mention quickly that we are doing some new work on it. We're going to have a new website coming up shortly. We're very excited with it, and I can't wait to let everybody have a good look at it and see what's going on with it. So before we move into our subject matter, Rob, did I miss anything?
No, I think you got it all.
Good job, Terry. and Terry's stuck in a smile right now, probably because He's having some internet issues over there. I heard him sounding a little bit robotic, so I kind of want to take a screen capture of him.
I guess it's better than being stuck in a frown.
That's right. That's right, Robin. So today we have. I'll take over till Terry gets back in here, but today we have what's our most recent blog post, Robin? Because that's what we want to cover first, and then the second segment of the show will be on a couple websites. We got one for a handyman here in Fort Myers, and the other one is for a garage door company. So we'll get to those at the second segment of the show, but the first segment is going to be about the most recent blog article that came out this last, was it Friday? That's right, last Friday. So Robin, would you give us the rundown of what we need to be doing on YouTube?
Yes. So if you don't have videos on your website right now, this is something that you have to take a look at. It says by the year 2017, over 70% of total web traffic will be from videos. So that means if you don't have videos on your site, or at least a YouTube channel with everything relating and connected to your site, you are going to be behind the times. It's as if you didn't have a website at all. So we're going to go over not exactly how to make the videos, but how to, once you have the videos, how to optimize them. So I guess we can talk about that first, how to make the videos. First of all, you want some great content, and you want one video for each, at least at a minimum, your homepage for sure, and then a video for each one of your product or service pages. So you should have a separate page for each product or service, and then you want to, you can even have more than one video. You can have 2 or 3 videos. It just depends on what your product is, how to best display your items. If it's a service, how to show that. And the video can be anything. It doesn't have to be you talking to the camera. It can be a slideshow. It can be, you can use, there's all these web programs out there. Some are free, some are paid. They can make pretty easy videos for you. You can make animated videos. I mean, there's all sorts of things out there. You can do a slideshow with some text and music. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you speaking right into the camera. You can even take a testimonial of one of your happy customers. If, let's say, you do houses, you can just take a video of the inside of the house. Preferably, you want to use professional equipment. But if you're, if you're really like small, tiny business, you don't have a big marketing budget, you can even take them off your smartphone if it's a high-quality video. But what I would recommend, especially if you're a smaller business or medium-sized business, you would probably want to just, I mean, I use just PowerPoint, and I use some stock photography from online, or you can use your own pictures. Just do a 5 slideshow, 1-minute video, put a little music, free legal music, and put a little bit of, voiceover, and you can do all that with just PowerPoint or any other one of those video editing softwares. So took me about 3 or 4 hours to learn how to do that. So if you invest a little bit of time in your business, you can have some great videos as well. All right, so first off, you want some great content. Some of the tips that would work for YouTube, to give a preview, just like how Paul gave a preview of this webinar today. He said what the 3 things we're going to be doing. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at how to, or today we're speaking about. So this sets up the video nicely if you see how many seconds the video is. And that also prevents people from fast forwarding or ending the video early, because the goal is to have them watch the entire video. Secondly, you want to optimize titles. So what does that mean? Optimize is just a fancy word for, making the title interesting. So you want to have the keyword in your title. So if you want to rank for, let's say, like our client today, garage doors, you better have garage doors in the title somewhere, and preferably towards the beginning. Because if it's just a video that says, a great video #1, or, your company name, video 2, it's not going to rank you as well as if it was your keyword. So you want it to be a memorable title, short title, only 10 words or less. If you can use numbers, that would be great. And then you want to write some sort of like a script here. So this would be the description here. This the next one is optimize the description. You can see this one's very detailed here. So a simple, effective, cheap raised garden bed project for growing vegetables at home. You want to provide some sort of place or action for them to go to. So it says click here for more info. There's a link here. Then you want to kind of outline, do kind of like a mini show notes here. So you can see that there's an outline here for this. And if you guys see anything at all you want to jump into for any general YouTube video tips, feel free to jump in, Paul and Blake. But you can see that this takes a lot of time. If you just simply take your video, post it up online, you're not going to get as good of a click-through and as many views and it's not going to be as effective and shareable if you don't take the time to do some of these things. And I know it's a lot of effort, but let's say you only have 10 videos on your website. You better make sure those 10 videos are the best that they can be, and so they'll have lasting power online. All right.
You're doing good so far, Rob. I do have some tips, but I want to let you get through all this content.
Oh, sure, you're doing a good job. So just like Google, YouTube also has their own ranking algorithm. So the description is usually 160 word minimum, not character, but word. So you want to include the keyword in there and a call to action. So if you want them to come to your website, that would be the call to action. If you want them to share the video, that could be a call to action. I mean, there's plenty of call to actions that they can take there. So you want to make sure that you tell them in the video and in the description what you want them to do. All right, so it also stresses the first 2 sentences. So most people, when they see the big description, all they want to see is those first sentence or 2 to see if it's worth watching the whole video. So that's really where your big description and opportunity is, right there. All right. Then you want to do some tags. So yeah, I know WordPress and blogs, things like that, tags are not as important. In YouTube, they're very important. So you definitely want to do your different tags. So there's 3 types of tags. There's specific tags, contextual tags, and generic tags. So the tags will increase your YouTube views like significantly. Because when you type into YouTube, it doesn't work exactly like how Google works. They have their own separate algorithm. So these words are extremely important, just like on another website that uses tags that it's extremely important would be like Etsy.com, that crafting website. Their whole algorithm is based on tags. So a tag can be anything that describes your video, usually one word, couple words. So the specific is the long tail keywords, like a large pasta machine. Contextual would be the actual subject, so pasta or cooking. And then the generic is things like DIY, how-to, top 10, so things like that. So you can see you want to vary your tags right here. And when you upload your video, there's a spot just for everything here, so it's very easy to do. Here's another cool, important one, setting the thumbnail. Have you ever noticed if you upload a video on YouTube, it just picks whatever the image is to display your video, and sometimes you're like, no, I didn't want that to represent my video. I wanted this slide or this part of the video would best represent me. So if you don't set it, it's just going to automatically pick some random frame in the video. But you can set it and by creating just a picture and then uploading that picture. So Canva is a really popular tool to do this. You can just do it right on your computer. I mean, there's tons of different tools you can use to set this thumbnail. But things that you want to see in your thumbnail, because the thumbnail is really the most important part. That is the biggest advertiser for your YouTube video. I mean, when you go to YouTube, how do you pick your video? Do you read the full description of each video, or do you go by whatever the picture and what the video looks like? We can do an example here. What's a subject, you guys? Let's pick a subject on YouTube to look at a video. Or what's something fun that you guys look for?
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know if this is fun, but how to rank on Google.
How to rank on Google.
What fun!
Okay,
look
so
at those thumbnails.
Which one of these are the thumbnails here. Which one of these would you guys pick?
Number 2.
How to rank high on Google, and why would you pick that?
It's because it says rank high on. It's exactly what I was typing in, or it's very close to it. So that's why I want to click on it and hear what this guy has to say. And then and it's technically the first result under the ad as well, which is one reason that most people do it. But yeah, that's my reasoning. I guess the second one, if I sat here and thought about which one I want to watch first, I'd probably go maybe the second one because of the number of views.
You mean you don't want to go with this lazy ass stoner here?
Wow.
He's
But,
actually always ranking on SEO. I see his videos all over the place for
Yeah.
SEO.
but he's 2 years old, and the first result is
Uh-huh.
3 months old, which is probably why
Exactly.
he's
That's
making
another
over.
good
Right.
good point. Although he does have the most views here, so
Mhm.
so you could most people will only look at the picture when they're trying to decide which video they're seeing. So that's why the thumbnail is so important.
Now
And
wait, scroll down. Let's see. Let's look at this guy in the gray shirt with the green background. Looks like it's from like the 80s in his mom's basement.
4 years ago,
Oh wait,
and
that's
there's
Matt
no
Cutts I'm
text.
making fun of.
Yeah, there's no text over there. You're making fun of me. Okay,
But
so that's like he was like the Google go-to guy.
that's right.
All right, so we can see that thumbnail is a huge deal. So you can actually pick this. You don't have to let Google pick it for you. But you can see this one, kind of boring. Can't see anything. Um, you definitely want to have the text overlaying on there because that will increase your views. So you want to make it pop, brightly colored, clear faces, close-ups, good background. The text, they recommend about 4 words or less. I know some of these had a little bit more, like how to rank in Google. This one has 3, this one's got 4. So you can see that as long as it's easy to read and big, most of these have faces on them. So you definitely want to do just put your best foot forward. Think of it as a billboard. This is your advertisement and your one chance to get clicked on. So be reviewed on size. Okay, the size is 120 by 68 pixels. I think the maximum is like 200 megabytes. So there is a technical side to uploading these thumbnails. You also want to make sure that, yeah, so that's the little preview. When you watch a video, like let's just click on one of these. See this little preview? So this is the actual size to get the next video clicked on. So you want to make sure that not only does your thumbnail on the previous page, the big version of the thumbnail, is accurate and fits all that criteria, but also you want to make sure your small version does. Like for example, this one looks the same whether it's big or small, how to rank high on Google, but let's see, like this one's really hard to read. I can maybe read the big version, but this one's too small to read all this text.
He's trying to shove too much stuff in that slide there.
Yeah, exactly. So that would be like a bad example of what you don't want to. That's what you don't want to do, and you want to make sure it's just visible, whether it's large or small.
I love those pictures with the guys with the thumbs up. Maybe I should do my videos like that, just a big.
Yeah, exactly. With a high five. Or, and then lastly, this happens all the time on YouTube. Avoid the bait and switch. What's that? I know Blake will know this. This famous one, like when you get rickrolled. Explain what that is, Blake.
They give you this idea that you're clicking on just something important or something related to what you're reading, and it's a video of Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up" YouTube video. So they kind
Yeah,
of
that's probably the most
trick
famous
you.
bait and switch. Yeah. But if you have a video, you got all this advertising, all this description, it's all, for one thing, and then here's a great example. You put a picture of Pam Anderson on the front of your video, but when they click on it, it has nothing to do with her. So it has to do with, you just want it to click. So that would be an example of like clickbait. So you want it to be accurate, attention grabbing, so you definitely want to make sure that your thumbnails, I mean, really one of the biggest things about YouTube, getting your video clicked on. That's I wrote duh here because of course you want high quality video. And I mean, you'll get more views and you'll get a better user experience with a higher quality video. I mean, does it always have to be super high quality? I mean, if it's representing your business, I would say yes. If it's a video you're sharing with your friends, then probably not. But by high quality, I also mean, maybe Paul, you can talk to this, just like how you take pictures and you have to get the shadow right, everything out of the picture. Maybe you can talk about more of the quality of not just the HD quality, but the quality when you're filming.
Yeah, so there's more than just the quality of the equipment, because you can actually do some pretty high end looking video without having a whole bunch of high end equipment. In fact, you can even get like a $200, $300 camera from the store, and there's tons of people who even use their smartphone, which technically is like a $300 or $400 device, and just mount it. They have things that hold it. You set it up in a tripod, but there's a lot of things to think about. You want to make sure that the light's coming into you. So if you look at here, I'll put this on me so you can see me. You see the light is coming towards this side of the face. If I was really making a professional video, I'd make sure that this camera here was pointing at me and the light was behind it, so this way that light was coming in onto me. And natural light is always going to be the best, but if you don't have natural light, getting lights that are daytime temperature, meaning in the 5600 lumens area, will look much more natural as it's the same temperature as daylight than any other light. So if you just took an incandescent light like I have on this lamp here, that's something that if you had like a normal shop light or just a normal fluorescent light, those things are going to make you look dark and weird. Also, you should pay attention to the background. Right now, this looks like I'm in a nice, clean vacation rental here. But if we're going to be doing a professional video that's going to be something that represents your business, at my home office in Chicago, I have a nice white background. You can do a whole green screen thing, but you really got to light the green screen exactly right for it to cut around you. And if you have hair, like you can see that this piece of hair right here, as I pull it up, if the green screen isn't perfectly lit around that, it's going to look all pixelated and digitized behind that. So if you're able to pick a background that's solid, that looks cool. You can even get something that looks like you're in a New York high-rise and just hang it right behind you, and that would look professional. So there's all sorts of little things you can do with the lighting and how the background looks. But the other thing that's super important is the audio. So I remember watching a YouTube video when I was learning how to do great YouTube videos, and this guy was talking about they should call it vaudio, meaning that it's one part video and another part audio, and the audio is just so important. If it doesn't sound quality as it's coming through, people are going to be turned off by that right away. So I have a little lapel mic. I got it off of Amazon for like $20-$30. I clip it to my shirt here. It's got a puff filter. This mic that I'm talking into now does not have a puff filter, and you can hear this. And when I think you just heard a pop, so you can hear it blows out the microphone. That little puff filter prevents that, and plus if you get a lapel mic down here, it still picks up your voice. You could do like a shotgun mic behind there that can pick up your voice really well. But all those little things really make the video have a professional feel and a quality to them, and if you pay attention to those little things, it can really boost the professionalism and the feel that somebody has as they're watching the video. Was that what you were after, Robin?
Yeah, definitely. And I was going to say the cheap way to avoid buying light bulbs is just to film outside on a sunny day.
That's right.
But there is, yeah, just the quality of the video will make a huge, huge difference in people actually watching your video. So
They'll want to watch more, too.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Because then if the quality's not good, all they're relying on is, hopefully you'll have really, really compelling content so that they'll stay. But all right, so the next topic is transcribe and show notes. And I think we got the perfect guy to talk about show notes here because he's taking them right now.
Nice. So when you take show notes, it does a couple things. For one, it gives you good content for your blog post or your YouTube description area. And if you get good at nailing down the times someone brings something up or shares a useful link or just says anything you find might be useful to other people around the world or to what you are discussing, a good thing to do is write these show notes and share them with each video. I think it's only been popular in probably the last 5 or 10 years, but I think as more podcasts are coming along and they're getting longer and longer, either the person who makes the podcast or whoever they hire, they have them do these useful show notes so people could either read it like a table of contents and skip to a section that they want to be at or something that they remembered and showed a friend and say, hey, around the 30-minute mark, they talk about the health benefits of this or the getting found benefits of this using this on your website. And I think it's just becoming more and more popular and useful at the same time.
Yeah, that's great. And then also there's the auto transcriber that YouTube has. Don't use that because it's not gonna be accurate and it's not gonna be what you want. You can use it and then edit it later, but yeah, let's say like Blake was saying, let's say you have like a 20-minute podcast. If someone wants to fast forward to the part that they really are interested in, then you can do it like that. Or the other thing you can do is just break it up, which goes into the short and sweet. If you have, let's say you have a podcast broken up into a bunch of different segments, well, you can take that podcast and split it up into 5-minute videos, and then a lot of times people will be more compelled to watch that. Then on the side you'll get that preview, like if they watch one here, then they can watch the next 4 of your videos over here or go to your channel. So that can definitely increase your video views if you have shorter videos. And you want to make sure, this is very important, you want to have a single focus. So if you have too much in one video, it's going to lose the attention of people, and you're also losing an opportunity to be very specific on your description and title for that video. So, I mean, if I was to make a video out of this article, I'd probably split it up into 13 different videos that were under 5 minutes each to describe each one of these things. All right. So
Great
the
technique.
next.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
even what if we wanted to take this article, Robin, we could do a little 90-second video on each of these different elements and insert them all on this page that we're looking at on your screen now. And yeah, that gives this page a whole bunch of great extra Google points, Google juice, because it's got a bunch of videos on there. They can be found on YouTube. If someone lands on this page, they watch little 90-second snippets on each one of these different items. So that's a great idea. Is you just go through all your content and talk about it, make it into a video, and split it all up. That's a great technique.
Yeah, and like Paul said, you might make a 90-second video for each one of these, but to really go back and optimize these to do all these steps, I mean, you're talking about maybe an hour plus. So just take the time to do it, and then you'll see the results change. And you definitely have to do it right away as well. For example, part of YouTube's algorithm is they measure in the first week how good your video is doing. So the first week that you put your video up, they're gonna push you up towards the top, and it's gonna show up in more searches because what they're trying to do is measure how good that video is. So if you're getting a ton of clicks and you're getting a good amount of people watching the whole way through, or people doing or linking or things like that and sharing it, what's going to happen is your video is going to stay up at the top. But if they can see it's a low quality video, so they're measuring that through all these indicators, and then you're going to just drop off the page. So that first week is crucial. You got to promote it in that first week. Do all that. You can't just put the video up and then 2 weeks later do all this stuff. This stuff has got to go the first day you put the video up, or otherwise you can take the video down and re-upload it and do all these things. But that first week is crucial. All right. Because in the world of YouTube, everything's fast. All right, adding motion. Just think of those old MTV videos when you had, everything moving every 5 seconds or every like half a second. They recommend 3 to 10 seconds at a minimum that you have to have something moving on the screen, whether you cut to a new scene or you zoom in and out of a picture. So you can't just have a still video or still slides. It's got to keep moving because it adds interest to the viewers. And then, of course, you have to add music or something to your track. Maybe I'll let Terry talk about this one, the music guy. What's like something you search later or a band that you like here?
I'm a Genesis man myself.
All right, so let's look at Genesis here. All right, so out of these, which one would you pick based on the video?
I can't talk.
I'd be looking further down for something good.
Yeah. But you can see some of these
Like
videos.
that one right there, live. You just passed it live 73. It's up a little ways. That one.
Oh yeah. So that would be one. That would be a good one to look. It looks like it's 3 years old, 1973, but it has a very accurate title there. You can see that you're going to get a live view of the band, but you want to add interest to your videos. So you want to have some sort of music track on them. If you just have a dry video with no music in the background, I mean, it's going to be boring. Even if the music's really quiet and you want to pick the right music, you want to set the tone. So if you have, I did a relaxation massage video, and I don't want to pick like, club techno music. I want it to be soft, relaxing music. So you just have to match it to whatever you like.
All right. Well, I'm going to interject here just for a second because there's some suspicion in the group here that you cut me out of the webinar so you could talk longer about YouTube videos.
Oh.
But we're actually running against the clock a little bit, so I want to sort of get to these last couple.
Oh, sure. I'll finish up here.
So we can move on. Thank you.
All right, we kind of already talked about call to action. At the end, you want to say, and in the description and in the end, you want to say what you want the person to do after they've watched your video. You have to have something that you want them to do, not just watch it. So if you like my video, please do this. Ask nicely at the end of the video. Maybe have a slide saying go visit my website or share this video or watch my other videos. So you definitely want to have them do something because that's the whole reason why you're putting this video up. All right, link to other videos. That's something that will definitely help you. If you're linking to videos that have something to do with your context, linking to those videos is going to it's going to make you very popular on YouTube, and especially in that first week. So other people are going to find your video. And the last step is link building. These are the things that you should be doing in that very, very crucial first week that we talked about. So it's kind of like breathing life into your video at the beginning. You want to post it on any social media platforms you can, email it to your customers, put it on your email list, email friends and family, post on forums. You want to post this everywhere. Just promote it as much as you can. Definitely embed it on your site's blog, Google My Business. You could promote it on Facebook. Ask friends to create video responses. I know some of these are harder than others, but if you can just get one of those, that would be great. And then write a press release about it, but you can see how much work that this would take to do all these things. So you can't just throw up a video on YouTube and expect it to be promoted for you. It's as if you had, like Terry always uses that example of, if you have a business, you made a great website, then you print out all these cards promoting your website, and you never hand them out. So no one knows about your website. Well, if you just throw up a video on YouTube, you can't expect people to just watch it. You have to promote the video. So there's also this tool, Majestic Site Explorer. That's one that can help you find links, potential links for your video, ones that are related. But there's all these things you can do for YouTube. So if you just picked out a couple of these, it'd be better than doing nothing. But any final thoughts, you guys, on YouTube videos and promoting and optimizing YouTube videos?
Anybody? I think you did a great job, except for the part I missed. I can't really comment on, but it sounds like you did a great job of giving a lot of great information here. And I always like that segment where you jump into a topic like that. I think you did a really good job. Did anybody think we missed anything?
I think Robin did fantastic. So thank you, Robin, for putting this blog article together. We found a really great piece of content. Robin took that, did some additional research, and put this all together, and we're implementing this as part of our process for what we do for our clients. So if you're learning this for the first time from us, that's great. If you decide to hire us to help you and you want us to help you with your videos, we'll make sure that these are all part of that process.
All right, fantastic. And now we're going to move along to the next phase of our show when we look at some people's websites and get an idea on their online presence overall. So we're going to start with Garage Door more, which is local to the northern Illinois, southern Wisconsin area. And I want to turn that back over to Robin and have her give us some first impressions.
Well, you're not going to give me a break?
No, yeah, in about 25 minutes. Right.
All right, Garage Doors and More.
I'd like to give you a first click, because I can give it to Paul, but by the time he's done, you're not going to have much to talk about.
I always find something. Well, I can see right now that these are just the color scheme is kind of off. It's just very monotone, and it could be a little more exciting. But these are, I can see, and you can go with a monochromatic color scheme, but with a little bit more interest and contrast. These are really small. It's hard for me to read these even at 100% that I'm zoomed in here. I would definitely make these bigger and stand out a little bit more, maybe put a button behind them or some sort of background. You have one picture of a house here. So if I didn't see this Garage Doors and More, I would think that, I would need some text over here, like overlaying here, and maybe I'd like to see multiple pictures, like a big slideshow here of garage doors opening and people, happy people with their garage doors, maybe cars coming in and out. Maybe even like a video of the garage door opening and closing, I think would be really effective here. Maybe even more so than a slideshow. And then I go down here. So this is all I can see above the fold here. So the fold is where you can't see it without scrolling down anymore. And I have a larger monitor, so if I had a smaller monitor, maybe it'd get cut off like right here.
Yeah, that's pretty much for me. When I'm on the screen I'm looking at, that's where
exactly. So you can't, so Terry can't see all this stuff unless he scrolls down. Let's see. With the colorful background here, the pattern, it's a little bit harder to read this. I would definitely just use maybe just a different text. It's just looking very kind of, I don't know, Microsoft Word or 90s here with the text that font that was chosen. But I can see here's all your services, so that's good. So I should also see a separate page for all your services up here. So that's something that you can definitely add. And then when we get down here, well, I was really looking for where you're located. So you do have the location here, but I would like to see your phone number up here, exact address. I can see you have a contact page, but if I wanted to contact you right now off this page without clicking to another space, I'd want to have the phone number up there. All right, and I like this too, opening doors one relationship at a time. That'd probably be better, up here.
Right. And also the, as I think I say it every week, but the big call to action is not here.
Exactly. You want them to sign up for a free quote on the garage door right here.
Yeah, call for a free estimate or, contact, that's none of that's there. So that to me is the biggest thing. So we're missing the phone number. You don't see any phone number on the way I'm seeing it. You have to look for the phone number, which is never a good thing. We want to be able to see that right away. We want that call to action, call for a free estimate to be big and to be prominent.
Yeah, they have it in the footer, but they don't have it in the header, so it'd be nice to have it in the top left or the top right.
Right. Paul, what do you think?
I'm just looking at this picture. I really like this picture. This home, to me, seems like it's probably in, I don't know, maybe it doesn't look like it's that wide. I'm trying to gauge, okay, well, what type of home this is. There's probably average middle class family home, maybe in the $200,000 to $400,000 range in terms of the home cost. If you're looking at targeting, more affluent buyers or maybe garage doors that have more intricacy to them, because I've seen a lot of garage doors that get kind of crazy. You might want to include photos of those types of doors too, so they understand the breadth of the different kinds of work that you can do.
Or a three-car garage.
Yeah, 3-car garage. So if you're really trying to target some more affluent customers, you might want to throw. I mean, there's a lot of middle-class families with middle-class homes with 2-car garages that look exactly like this. What I'm trying to say is, let's show people, this kind of door and all sorts of other doors and all these different things you say in the bullet points. The Garage Doors and More provides quality and then you have all the different things bullet pointed out there. I envision those kind of floating on top of the different images of the different doors that you do. I think that would be fantastic.
All right, Blake, you have anything to add in there?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Go to the contact page. Oh jeez. I don't see my classic embedded Google map, which, from what I understand, does great things for not only SEO purposes, but Google bots really enjoy that and have a higher potential of ranking you higher, knowing that you're giving quality information to your readers and potential clients. But another thing it does is it helps people who are maybe good at seeing landmarks on a map and saying, oh, I know exactly where you are before they even have to potentially contact you. But you do have a nice short and sweet contact form on your contact page, so that's really great. And you do list your phone number and address, so again, great. But would like to see that embedded Google map and your phone number still in the header of the website and all pages.
And this is exactly what you said, Paul. You got the affluent garage here with the wood. We have the text overlay here, and then we have a professional picture of, someone who works there. Plus, we have the van. So when you pull up, that you're getting a great product. But all this stuff here could be on the home page. I mean, you're not trying. This is trying to sell them. You're not trying to sell them when they already got to the contact page. You're trying to sell them to get to the contact page. So this kind of stuff can go on the home page or the service pages.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I mean, that top paragraph there on that little side banner, customer service excellence, same-day service, 24/7 emergency service. Those are great, important things that we need to be boasting about and prominently displaying on the homepage.
That's a good point, Terry. And then, this picture of this worker getting out there, or I don't know if it's the owner of the company of the van. The van looks super professional. I'd love to see this as as one of the main photos, and have it. I don't know if he's smiling. It's too hard for me to see if he's smiling or not in that photo. But big smile, so we know it's a professional person that's going to be happy to help me when they show up in this van. And that's the feeling I want to get when I see the homepage. And then having the pictures of the people who actually work there definitely increases the trust level that people feel when they come to the website.
Yeah, if you had like a name tag, maybe a hat with the name of the company on there, so it looks really official.
I'm also concerned about the domain. I know we're missing the E, and it's probably because probably the version with the E isn't available. I wonder what happens when I go to the version with the E if it goes somewhere else, and we can check that in a minute. But yeah, so it goes to somebody else's website. So that's kind of hard to communicate to somebody. I'll go to Garage Doors and More, but don't put the E at the end of the word more. So that's hard to say. So I might consider using something that's like mygaragedoors.com or Haynesville Garage Doors or Lake County Garage Doors or something that you can get all the words spelled exactly how they're supposed to be. So because one of the most important things for a domain is something that's easy to say, easy to spell, and easy to remember. Spelling more without an E is not easy, and remembering there's no E in more is not easy. So when someone verbally communicates that, whether it's just, hey, you got to go to my guy's place, it's Garage Doors and More without the E.com, that's going to be hard to remember by the time the person gets to the computer. Or even if you had like a radio advertisement, it's just hard to remember. The other thing that I noticed here is this address looks a little funky to me because I see this PMB number 364, which makes me think that it might be at a pack and ship place with a PO box, and that's a big no-no from Google if you actually have your Google listing set up that way. So maybe when we get into the part of taking a look at their presence online, we can see if that's in fact the case.
All right.
Robin's going to take a look here. Terry, any comments on those?
No, I think that's. Let's see what this has to say. But I think we've covered a lot of the things that we think could be improved on the site.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What are we here with the?
Looks like he probably filled out his Google My Business with a area.
Which is perfect. That's exactly
Okay,
what it should be doing unless there's a
that's good.
storefront for someone to walk into.
All right, so we're probably good on that. All right, so can we, because we are a little bit pressed for time here today, can we jump on a little bit, Robin, into the rest? Yeah, with that, and then
Sure.
also some searching.
It looks like the page is considered mobile friendly. If I shrink it down here to what a phone size would be like, looks like it is moving with the drop down menu here. So it is functional on the phone. But is it the best experience? Probably can see a few improvements. But for example, like this is all you'll see on the homepage. But 65 out of 100 on mobile. So we definitely want to fix a couple of items there. Especially this one, size tap targets appropriately. There's nothing more annoying than when you try to, the links are so small or close together that you try and click on it, but you got to zoom in and click on the right part that you wanted to. So making that really easy would be a big improvement. And then 80 out of 100 on the desktop. Um, some things we want to fix are leverage browser caching. Um, so that your website's faster. And then we want to optimize some of your images here. We can reduce the size of some of them. Not in the actual website, but the actual file size. And that'll make it run a little faster as well. And then your page does load pretty quickly though, but you're also missing a lot of the service pages. So once you add those in, all the pictures, videos, this page load time might go up here. So under 3 seconds is good. And then I actually searched garage door in Haynesville, Illinois, but I'm in Chicago. And then we also searched it from this tool where you can actually search it from that town. So we can see the results are a little bit different. Garage door, Haynesville, Illinois, and garage door.
Located in Haynesville, right?
Yeah.
So, and can you show at the bottom how we can see that that search is coming from? So that's how we can see.
Haynesville
So
right here, Chicago right here.
with that special tool, we're able to tell Google we are searching from Haynesville, Illinois, versus searching from Chicago and typing the word Haynesville, and you can see that the results are different.
All right, so I do see that you have more reviews than your competitors. So that is always a plus. So you got a 4.9 average. Although they have the directions button and you don't, and that's because the way you filled out your Google My Business.
All right. So what about just like one more search, like a broader, maybe like Lake County or something like that? Get a feel for where they stand.
All right. Let's check how much competition there is for this by putting in quotes. I can see the exact match to that phrase. All right, so you only got about 3,000 in competition there. That's relatively low. So what we can do is, if you had a page on your site that was all about garage doors in Lake County, you could definitely pop up higher for this.
I was going to say, Robin, why don't you use that tool and do garage doors in, so use the Bright Local tool that allows you to search from a particular town.
Yeah, it's still applying here, I think. Let's see. No, it's from Chicago. Okay. So
let's go back to that tool, and we'll just put in garage doors, but let's take the town and change it to something that's nearby. So let's do like Grays Lake. Well, the search term will be garage doors, and then the town will be Grays Lake, Illinois.
Okay.
So we can see what local results pop up there. This is really neat. I'm glad we have this. So garage doors and more coming up real prominently there. Now let's do that again, and let's pick something a little bit farther away. Let's try Gurnee.
All right, garage doors in Gurnee, Illinois.
All right, so then we can see Lake County door. Are they showing up anywhere in here?
And it doesn't look like it.
Lake coming up before you.
Yeah.
So, and you can see places even farther out, and you're closer. So that says to me, some of the website optimization stuff will help you come up locally in Gurnee better. Same thing with citations, doing citations, getting the name, address, and phone number consistent in as many places as possible, matching your Google listing. There's so many things that you can do to, so you're the guy coming up instead of somebody out in Crystal Lake. Even this third result, Martinek America Corporation. I don't know where they're located. Can you click on that one, Robin? Just the more places, we'll see what town those first three are in. So they are in Gurnee. Yeah, so some places, but you can actually, you have more reviews than, here you are. So you're coming up number 6.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
Is it 6 or 7?
1,
6?
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're coming up number 6, but you could be in that top 3 for Gurnee if you did some of the different things that we talk about to improve your search presence. So this way you're getting the phone call instead of these other guys at the top.
Yeah, so not too bad, but definitely room to really not a ton of competition. He's got the reviews, so very, very much of an opportunity to really be on top of the list in a lot of these surrounding towns and be converting those new customers. All right, so I think we're squeezed for time a little bit, so I want to jump in. We have another subject we want to touch base on real quick. So, Robin, if you could pull up the My Handyman.
All right.
And Paul, you want to jump on this one?
Sure. So this is actually the owner of the Airbnb I stayed in not too long ago. They're putting together this website. I helped them do their Google My Business page so they actually can show up in the map in Bonita Springs, Naples, and Fort Myers, Florida, and the surrounding areas. They're working on getting their reviews. But I told them you got to have a website, because if you don't have a website connected to your Google My Business, you're going to have an issue. So she sent this. Her husband is Doug, and Sarah is the person I've been in contact with. She sent me this and said, do you have any suggestions? So I did have suggestions, and I wanted Robin to do her initial first impression so Sarah can get those initial items fixed up as she's putting this together.
Yeah, this looks like it's in some sort of template, but I can see the image is kind of blurry. Plus, you have this Getty Images there, and it's saying that you have to purchase this image. So if this is the image you want, try to get the highest quality one and get rid of this watermark here so that it looks like a professional website. It's really distracting from your slogan here. I can run Retrovation. I can't read it that well because it's on white background, but I would kind of have like maybe a dictionary definition style and just saying what Retrovation is to you guys before I even click over here and try to figure it out. But I can see that so we got some we got some a little bit. I mean, this kind of centered script is usually for. I mean, you don't see that a lot on websites. Usually, it's left align, so it's a little easier to read, or with a little background behind it, like a little box. And I like that you have contact information down here, but I'd also like to see this stuff clickable. Like this is clickable. That's not. You kind of have United States split up here, which is kind of weird, and a lot of commas here, so it's kind of a little bit hard to read that. But from this first part, it looks like My Handyman Doug, so I'm thinking, but it looks like this kind of looks like a junkyard or something, so I'm not exactly sure what you do. I'm guessing Retrovation is like you take old stuff and you try to repair stuff with it. If I went to the gallery, I'd probably get a better idea. Okay, not really sure because there's no text supporting these pictures, but it looks like I have no clue actually. I see an oven, an old cabinet, and something about dogs. But maybe you made this or something. But so if I click under Handyman, okay, that's an interesting picture. I like that. But again, you have the stock image there. The stuff everybody needs. Okay, here's the stuff that you actually do. Now I understand about 3 minutes later what you do. So why don't you have a little thing here with Handyman drop-down service with each one of these? and then have 300 to 600 words on each one of these with pictures and videos.
That sounds like a lot, but that would be the best situation, right, Robin?
Yeah, or you can combine a couple of these. You
Right.
don't have to necessarily do every single one.
And Sarah, I know you're going to be watching this, and the reason I want Robin to go through it, I know what you do, Sarah, but I want you to get. Robin's really good at just saying what she's thinking while she's looking at it from her perspective. And what I wanted you to get from this is it took her 3 minutes to figure out what you do, and you have 3 to 5 seconds to communicate that when they get to your homepage. So these different things that you have that you and Doug do need to be on the homepage slideshow, communicated extremely quickly. So this way it engages them, it makes them understand what you do, and allows them to want to move forward and learn more about the different services that you have. If you listen to the earlier part of this webinar, Terry's always looking at that call to action. And we're missing the phone number up in the header of the website. It's not there, and it needs to be. It is in the footer, and Robin did make some good points about the footer. You have United States in there. That does not need to be in there. The phone number I noticed in the footer doesn't have dashes in between it. That's what's making it unclickable. The browser will actually automatically make it clickable if there's dashes between the phone numbers, so that needs to be solved. Scroll back up to the top, Robin, and go to well, before you go to the home page, there's some pages, if you go to the top, Robin, that there's a gray bar behind the My Handyman Doug and that text. And what's happening up there, and also the comment that Robin made about the text in the middle of the slides, is because there's nothing behind that text, it's very hard to read. Now that doesn't mean you can't have text overlaid on top of an image, but you got to have like a shadow behind the text or something, so this way the text is actually readable. You can see where it says retrovation. We can't see what that really says because there's white pieces in the photo behind it.
I thought it said renovation the first time.
Yeah, exactly. The Getty Images stuff, that's just placeholder stuff by the website builder she's using. So those will either get swapped out or she'll actually pick up these pictures. If the goal is to get clients that have a higher price point for handyman services, we need to see pictures of different things that Doug can do on more affluent homes. So if we take some pictures of maybe Doug on a ladder fixing some gutters on a $3 million home in Naples, that would be a fantastic picture. You see, oh, this guy looks professional. He's fixing the gutter. It's on a home the size of mine. This is the guy I need to hire. That's what I need to do. So those are and then we can have those pictures scrolling by with the different things that you do. That'll really resonate with people right away and make them want to learn more. Get in there. The gallery, I love Robin's reaction to it. It was I love my dog. I see a stove. I don't know why I'm looking at one, and I know those kitchen cabinets are in her kitchen and they're reclaimed from a house. But this doesn't communicate to me the level of work that Doug does. What we want to do is really with pictures worth 1,000 words. We want to make sure that it is communicating the right 1,000 words, so people know exactly what you do when they look at it. And if there's a chance that they don't know what they're looking at, you want to put some descriptions next to it so they know what they're looking at.
A caption or a before and after shot would be great.
Mm-hmm. So those are really important tips. I want you to hear that, Sarah, because me just writing in the email is one thing, but you hearing someone who's not even met you or know anything about you just go through the site and react to it is a very important process. So because that's exactly what other people might be doing.
And yeah, just really quickly, it's mobile friendly. I can see you're using some sort of template or something, so I can see that it's very mobile friendly. Page speed insights, you have 57 out of 100. So there's some images that you need to optimize, which will come later when you replace those. And then 81 out of 100 on here. So just a couple little fixes you want to do. But your website looks like it is loading quickly right now at 2.4 seconds. So it's under 3 seconds, which is good. But just a couple little fixes and changes there, and adding some more service pages in there would be great.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I just want to say again, I know we already talked about the phone number and all that, but even when you go to the contact page, you have to scroll all the way down before you see a phone number. So even on that page, which is specifically set up to contact, I have to scroll to find the number. So big issue.
If they're ready to do business with you and they're convinced, or someone told them, hey, you got to contact Doug, I don't know his number, go to the website. If they have to look for the phone number, that's a problem. It needs to be in the header, and when they go to the contact page, it's got to be right there. They got to be ready to click that number on their phone right away at the top of the page, or pick up the phone and dial because they see it right at the top of the page.
Yeah, this should be 24 hours too for the email. It's kind of like saying don't email us if it's not between those hours.
Ah, yes.
Good
Good
point.
point, Robin.
All right, let's sum it up. Paul, last thoughts on this one?
Last words, huh? Yeah, one really exciting thing that I want to point out that we just did to improve our ranking one spot nationally in Google. Robin, search Amazon Seller Consulting. And I know this isn't a wrap-up, but see how there's one result with gold stars next to it? That's ours. I put that on 2 days ago. We moved from position 4 to 3. Isn't that amazing how easy that is? It's just a little schema markup with a testimonial. Just want to point that out, that those little differences do move you up, and that exponentially increases the number of people that will be contacting us.
Yeah, I would definitely pick this one over the other ones. I mean, you have number 1 here, you have today at the end, and it just looks a lot better than the other results.
Absolutely.
We love to see those stars, and to that end, the way you get those stars is by doing what I'm about to do right now, which is say, if you loved what we did for you, if you appreciated the information you got today on this webinar, please go to our website and give us a 5-star Google review. We always appreciate them. And that's what every business should be doing. And I think we just demonstrated for you the value of having those gold stars show up. You need to have at least 5 reviews to get those to pop. And it's an easy way to get them. You got happy customers. Ask them for a 5-star Google review and build those up. It'll protect you from a bad review. If you get somebody who's out to get you putting a bad review on there, it's going to save your day and keep your numbers up where they need to be, and it's going to get you that first call. So it's very important, an easy thing to do. We encourage it, and again, we always appreciate those 5-star reviews coming our way. So feel free to go to our website and give us one of those reviews. Get on the awesome list while you're there, so you can keep you up to speed on what's going on. These webinars are every Thursday. We rotate the times between 12:30 and 3 o'clock. Try to make sure that everybody gets a chance to come on board and see you on. Bring your questions. If you'd like us to feature your website and online presence, reach out to us. We would be more than happy to do so. Paul, Robin, finish me off. What did I forget?
I think you got it all, Terry.
Yep.
All right. Look for our new website. And everybody have a great week, great weekend, and we look forward to seeing you at the Awesome Dynamics Show in the future. Thanks.
Bye-bye.